everybody, I'm Nola and I'm from Serenity Consulting in the Peace Ranch, and I'm currently located in Australia's capital called Canberra, and we are well and truly in the first month of the fall, and soon a lot of the trees will start to turn colour on the leaves and you'll see some really pretty changes. It's a little chilly today, but I found a spot that I'm enjoying, and I want to share with you a story from this week and also read a little bit out of my first book, No Boxing Allowed. About 4 days ago, I was walking down a set of stairs at a client site and I was headed to grab a coffee. And I noticed it was a rainy day, and I noticed that there was a lot of water all over a very slippery floor and up the stairs, and it concerned me that that was there. It was obviously something that somebody had brought into the building as a result of being outside. But what really concerned me the most was that that person chose not to wipe up the water, and it was pooling all over the floor. So instantly it became a slip hazard for anybody else. And every woman, I think, on this earth would know how dangerous it is to be wearing high heels and walking through a puddle of water on a slippery floor. So I went to the security desk of the building that I was in, and I said to them, look, do you have paper towel or a cloth that I can use to wipe this up? And they said, that's not our job. And I said, safety is everybody's job. And they hesitated again, and I said, look, do you have paper toweling? And I was pretty direct with them, and immediately they kind of looked at me as if to say, well, you shouldn't be doing the wiping up, we should be. And I said, look, just let's all do it, let's all fix this issue and eliminate the hazard. So we're down there on the floor wiping up. I took another bundle of paper and I went to the stairwell. And as I was coming to the stairwell and wiping a significant amount of water away from the stairs, a senior leader in the organisation, who should have known better, looked as if to say, what are you all doing? And then proceeded up the stairs. And I was disappointed, but as that person walked past me, he would have heard me say, whoever left this water was very, very selfish. Now, in Australia, we have really good work health and safety legislation, and in a lot of countries, it's non-existent. We know that, and yet in Australia, our constitution provides laws that should be pinging people for doing the wrong thing, but it's not. The outcome is people will still choose to put other people at risk. And until such times as the judiciary are prepared to act on the legislation and impose penalties, then we will not see a change in behaviour. Unless organisations continually educate, and by doing, not just by talking, not just by writing a policy, whilst ever leaders demonstrate that they care about people, then we will affect some change. Now, admittedly, I was thanked by multiple people for doing what I did. But what I managed to do was to educate 2 people on the security desk. I initiated, that relationship with them. And since then, we've been having dialogue all week. And they will never forget that, I don't think. But what I won't forget is the senior leader who walked up the stairs as if to say, that's not my job. In No Boxing Allowed, which is a book about great leadership, not just leadership, it's about great leaders who take it one step further than simply leading other people, simply writing a policy that says we care. Great leaders, when I look down this list of attributes, it runs nearly 2 pages. But there's a couple of things I've raised, in past videos, and I talked about it not so long ago, about people being the greatest asset that we have on earth. Yes, we need the environment, we have to have that to sustain ourselves, but if as families, as communities, as organisations, as countries, we don't value the human beings who are able to affect positive change, then we're really doomed to be non-existent if we damage the environment enough that we force ourselves into extinction. So it's time for, intelligent human beings to step up to the plate. I've often encouraged people to read the list of great leadership attributes, but I'm going to read a couple to you so that I can remind you of the simplistic things that you can do that will make a big difference. Great leaders demonstrate care for people's health, safety, and well-being. Not just talk about it, they demonstrate it by doing, by showing, by doing. When they lead organisations, they have people policies in place that reflect and ensure that an honest, communicative, safe, caring and just culture is the solid foundation for the organisation. And they demonstrate by their actions, not just by words, that people are the most important asset. I'm going to leave you with that thought and encourage that if you see a hazard in the workplace, don't walk past it, because the standard that you walk past is the standard that you accept. And if you walk past something that will cause somebody else harm, you are disrespecting your obligations under the law, particularly here in Australia, and you're also showing an inordinate amount of selfishness. I hope you have a great week going forward. Mine's going to be a busy one. I'll be traveling a couple of times, but I look forward to speaking with you again. I'll be in Queensland next weekend, which will be fantastic. It's a tad warmer up there. Bye for now, folks.